on first down. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's third down.
Sets up a third down and 18.
Come on, 180. Hey, alert. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 56.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Trubisky. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A good job defensively there on Gurley as they hold him to only a yard. It's second down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joe Schobert in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Play action. It's Trubisky. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Trubisky. He's going to launch it for Washington. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 41, Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first. Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And this will be caught at the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Steelers 0. Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Steelers pick up their first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. I want to work. 10. Under 10.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Steelers 0.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Trubisky will throw. And his throw is incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. They went right back to him there, figuring one big play deserves another. You think maybe he called for it and said, hey, give me the ball again?
I think a lot of people operate under the whole idea of if they haven't stopped it, go until they do. You go right back at a guy because maybe his confidence might not be as high. In this case, he responded well. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
56, right there, 56. Here we go.
Now it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd down, Dobbins. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Let's go, D. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
What time?
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Come get some. He don't want it. Hey, go. Check 24.
To throw is Jackson. Steps away to his left. And that's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin them inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. I will remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Now Trubisky to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
56.
Now it's Trubisky.
Big stop, let's go.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it
brings up 3rd down.
82's the mark, boy. 52. Hey, exit.
now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Let's go. Do it.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now Jackson forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Bud Dupree able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He's going deep for Brown. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 22-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Gurley again here on 1st down. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That's the way. Switch.
Here's Jackson. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They go play action with Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got Jake Butt as tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Here's Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right? But how about this, a fake? Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Barnett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Washington's got it. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I'll give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
180! I don't even know why this team showed up.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Check pass, check pass.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He's going to look deep down the field. Picked off near the 26. And his guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of 1st downs, and this one.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
56, Mike, 56. Come on.
Trubisky will throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Ioannidis make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. And they will not be able to hook look up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a three-score game, though, fourth quarter. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go 4th down. Now it's Trubisky. And this is incomplete. But they come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Mike's 50, Mike's
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Check 4, check 4. 80 weapon. Delta. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
to throw again. Jackson. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try the left side. Dobbins. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matthew Ioannidis in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Jackson now. Open man here, Sims complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson being chased out left. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Nick Wall. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. Caught here by Griffin. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Ravens, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.